I'm doing a beadboard job on a porch, and I'm doing it by myself, and my beadboard is 16 foot long, and I want to show you a tip on how, if you want to do it by yourself or if you need to, it makes it a lot easier. I made this little L bracket and I temporarily screw it to the back side of each board, and this is my second hand in having it held in place. So let's put one on. So all I do is take this little L piece of wood that I made and I just move it up every 8 inches for each board. And I'm going to be on the far side of it, way over yonder, and let's see if we can make it work. Now, a couple things I'd like to mention is, number one, when you break your joint, try and break it on a stud or a rafter, depending upon, if you're doing a wall or ceiling. And that's number one. In case you do get any kind of shrinkage or bowing, you can always put a nail in there if you have to. The other thing, I'm doing a ceiling right now, and what you want to do is you want to nail into the tongue, through the tongue into the rafter. And this way here, your nails are blind. When the next piece goes over it, it's going to cover that. And you don't want to face nail this. It kind of looks amateurish and ugly. You want to try and keep your nails as blind as possible. All right, here's another little tip. If you have the beadboard and it's not going in, what I do is I keep a chisel with me. I'll drive a chisel in and I'll use it as a wedge and I'll suck it in. You see it? You probably can't see it, but anyway, that's what I do to push, to get the boards closer together if we have a warp. Another thing that I do is when I'm nailing, I'm trying to do it with looking at the camera and this, I'll try and double nail it, especially if it's on a ceiling. Oops, that's what happens when I'm looking at a camera. There. So double nail everything that's on your ceiling. Another thing that you want to do is you want to try and stagger your joints. So we have a joint here, and then on the next one there is no joint, but if we go down, there's another joint there, and then if we go down further, you can see another joint. So you don't want to have all of your boards broke on the same stud or rafter. You want to stagger them. Every now and then you get a warped board that just won't sit good. As you can see, I'm supposed to blind that nail. So what I've got here is I've got a wedge and I screwed a chock onto my rafter. And now I'm just going to take this wedge and slide it in there. And I'm going to pound, let me turn it this way. And I'm going to pound that in, and that's going to close my joint. I've got it pounded in now, and you can see my joint now. My joints are really good. Anyway, if the wood chisel doesn't work, this works. Anyway, this is the final piece. It's funny in the camera, that one piece in the middle looks kind of dark. I got all my trim pieces up and cut. Anyway, I'll take you over to the other side. Here's what it looks like when you come through. We got our outlets in. Anyway, guys, that's it. Beadboard.